Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Everybody knows, everyone listening to politics knows that when it comes to the slogan from consumption to production, it all emanated from Peter Obi. That has always been a slogan. And a lot of interviews he has always been granting. A lot of the interviewers have always been asking, or the hosts will ask, Peter, because you keep saying consumption to production, how do you intend to achieve this? You know, and it's easier said than done. And he keeps trying to evade the question so that, of course, so that we don't have things like cramming quote and unquote, where some people, after they have finished cramming what Peter Obi says, they'll go and pour it in interview days, But Peter Obi have decided now to make it known to Nigerians that, look, talk is cheap, but I am not here to talk. I'm going to do what is called talk now do. As I have said, I have plans, laid down plans to make this happen. So the best person to elect or to bring into the for who will bring this to for is someone that's his brainchild. And Peter will be saying, this is my brainchild and I've thought it out and this is how I intend to achieve it. Now it took time to explain all this. You're going to get that in a moment. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Well, according to the news, the Labour Party presidential candidate and former governor of Anambra State has finally revealed the breakdown of his campaign ideology of moving Nigeria from production to consumption, or from consumption to production. Obi made this in his verified social media handle. Obi tweeted that it is a 3-track plan aimed at achieving his campaign goal. Firstly, Obi made it clear that agriculture will be his administration's major concern, with emphasis on the exportation of finished goods instead of raw materials. He went further to say, he stated that Nigeria's over 84 hectares of arable land, and barely 40% is cultivated. He further referred to Nigeria's arable land as the new oil. Furthermore, he stated that if voted into power, his administration will prioritize investment in infrastructure such as energy, transport, irrigation, and telecoms. Obi looks forward to partnering with financial institutions in order to identify credit-worthy borrowers, which will help to unlock finance for SMEs. Finally, Labour Party presidential candidate made a bold statement that Nigerians must look beyond oil. Obi believes that industrial revolution will further encourage entrepreneurship development in Nigeria. According to Obi, his administration will refine Nigerians' oil domestically instead of exporting it abroad. But let me quote him word for word so you understand where he is coming from. He said, breaking down the concept of consumption to production. This is our envisaged path from consumption to production for Nigeria. We have 3-track plan aimed at achieving goal 12 of the SDG, namely ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. First, our focus will be on agriculture and production-centered growth for food security and export, with more emphasis on exporting finished products instead of commodities and raw materials. This relates mainly to food and textiles. Nigeria has over 84 million hectares of arable land, and barely 40% of our arable land is cultivated today. Nigeria's arable land is her new oil and gold. Secondly, pursuant to Goal 9 of the SDGs, our administration will, from its inception, continue to encourage investment in infrastructure, energy, transport, irrigation, and telecommunications to grow these and other sectors. He said we will work with financial institutions to improve their ability to identify credit-worthy borrowers and support inventory financing, which will help to unlock finance for SMEs, that's small and medium scale entrepreneurs dealing with high account receivables. Third, as a nation, Nigeria must look beyond oil. We therefore intend to leapfrog Nigeria from oil to the fourth industrial revolution by expanding physical infrastructure through market-driven reforms that will unleash growth-enabling entrepreneurship. Of course, Nigerians have been reacting to this. Now, you now know that this is his brainchild. He took time to explain how he intends to do this. And of course, I'm sure he's also looking at the issue of security. You would agree with me that if our refineries are doing well, we don't have problems with some corrupt politicians who have made up their mind that they will siphon this thing to their generations unborn, probably to their millionth generation, if there's anything like that. They have made Nigeria not to function, especially the refineries, the oil and gas sector not to function. Okay, now look at what is going on. There seems to be no fuel in the country, or if there is, it's being hoarded because Nigeria is taking raw material out there, refining it, and bringing it back as if we don't have the wherewithal to make our own refineries. What is wrong with Nigeria having functional refineries? There's nothing wrong, just corruption that is just taking place. Simple. But Nigerians, of course, have decided to react to that, and he is saying, Peter Obi is saying, no longer should we be exporting raw materials and importing it as finished goods. We have our raw materials here. We're going to work on them, okay, make it the finished goods, whatever it takes for us to have the equipment done, and employ our hands, employ our youth. We will have enough, of course, to employ because we have human resources as well. Employ them and then pay them and also export it. We can even use it at trade by barter, where we can use some of our export to pay off some of our debts that we have owed over the years through bad governance. Nigerians are reacting to this. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one here is saying you can only encourage him. This is a masterpiece. Another person here says he's committed to rebuild Nigeria for better. He is well competent and capacity for the job. Let's join hand and vote him. Nigeria will be better and safe, obedient all the way. I am coming. All right. Another person says, sure, this is someone with a vision and capacity, not who are only interested in throwing jabs on other candidates without clearly telling or addressing Nigerians what they intend to bring to the table. Another person says, this is incredible. Peter Obi is the answer. He is the chosen one. Another person here says, this is what is called visionary leader. Tell me why Nigeria will not work if we support him without playing religion card or ethnicity card. Oh dear. Another person here says, God has insisted, God has sent a man called Peter Obi to redeem Nigeria from old evil men who with no brains, APC, PDP, your time is off. Whether they like it or not, with God on Nigerian side, we will sweep APC with the evil agenda, with the broom they carry out of the politics. Another person is a wonderful, 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 a great leader and a great vision. Another person here says, Obi is playing on gullible Nigerians while at the helms of Fidelity Bank. Tell Nigerians the production sector that money was lent to. I see Obi not different from Nigerian politicians by character. That's another person from a different perspective. And that person here says, and another person answered this person by saying, one of the most established and strong bank in Nigeria today that is not any merger or interested in merging with any other bank is Fidelity Bank. You can verify yourself. And that's also very, very, very true. Okay, but give it to this guy, whether you like it or not. He's intelligent. He has been on the street as a trader, so you understand. He has felt the pulse of physical, real life situation on the streets, so you understand the dynamics. He has also studied in the finest schools of economics, finest schools, so he understands. He's also someone who understands the practicability of the job at hand and the visions of how the whites and the learned think. Let's give this guy a chance. These other guys, what are they telling us? Vote for me, I will make you, and the North will not suffer. Don't vote for Igbo, don't vote for Yoruba. Vote. Why are you voting for? Vote for me. God will bless you. Is that one? How have you told Nigerians how you're going to transform the impending situations we are facing? That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section once I take.